Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks alongside the professor himself in the captain's chair here. Mr.
Hey,
Ken Golden, what's going
hey,
on?
good afternoon. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Good release day today.
Quiet release day
Not maybe
today.
not as good as last week. Last
Yeah,
week was a lot
I've
of
been
stuff.
warning. I've been warning that there's going to be a week where it's light. It's a light week. But
Okay,
about 10 minutes ago, UPS showed up with some stuff that I can get to hold up and hawk, and we'll see if anybody bites.
okay,
So,
cool. Take it away.
all right, so we have two pre-orders that we've set up. One is the new one from George Joe. That's how I pronounce it. Norwegian prog band, and it's called Salaghite. We're going to have a CD. We're going to have black vinyl and transparent vinyl. I think they're a very good band. If you're into that whole.
Like K-Scope, is that a
No. It's on Charisma.
charisma? I thought so.
Yeah, it's one of that sort of retro '70s symphonic, a little bit like Wobbler and that whole genre. Another one we're taking pre-orders on is the new one from Vivian Lalu, called in his band is Lalu, The Fish Who Wanted to Be King, with Damian Wilson on vocals again. And he was with us years ago, and now he's with Frontiers. New releases for the week. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of mix up the vinyl and the CDs this time. So these just showed up this morning. The Agusa Prima Materia vinyl. People have been waiting for that. Another one. Jumping over to CDs. This is a great deal. People already started buying it. Hopefully, it's still on the website when everybody sees the video. It's a 2 CD set, really cheap. I think we got it for $7. Horace Arnold, great drummer. It's his two albums. First album was called Tribe. Second album is called Tales of the Exonerated Flea. It's kind of a legendary fusion jazz
That's a
rock
really good
album.
album. Yep.
It's got the guys from Mahavishnu and Return to Forever, John Abercrombie on guitar. It's got Joe Farrell, Ralph McDonald. I mean, Tribe is Tribe is basically like an interesting jazz album. It's not a straight ahead jazz album, but it's really more of a jazz album. Whereas Tales of the Exonerated Flea is just balls to the wall jazz rock. If you're a Mahavishnu or RTF fan, you can't pass it up. And for $7 for a double CD, they've already started selling, so hopefully there's some left for you. Next thing we got, Sira, power metal, death metal league. It's one of the guys from Amaranth. So I saw Amaranth once. Not a fan.
Their albums
Next
are
one,
okay. They're fairly interesting. Yeah.
Not my thing. All right, now this one literally showed up 5 minutes ago. Fantastic reissue vinyl. Well, actually, it's been reissued on CD, but this is a vinyl reissue that just showed up. Vocal Kriegel, Inside Missing Link. Are you hip to Vocal Kriegel? So Volker Kriegel, great German guitarist. He recorded primarily his main body of work was for the MPS label, and I don't know, MPS, just people aren't familiar with MPS. MPS is a German label. It was an independently owned, family owned label that made some unbelievably great albums in the 70s. Oscar Peterson did many albums with them. George Duke had a lot of albums with them. They kind of crossed over at some point. They would kind of go back and forth between straight ahead jazz and jazz rock. And Volker Kriegel started out actually played with Dave Pike set, kind of a psychedelic approach, which was kind of interesting to inject into this sort of jazz rock, jazz formula to put in this guy playing like this whacked out guitar. And he had a great solo career. This is one of his fantastic albums. It's double. It's got incredible people. It's got Eberhard Weber on bass, John Marshall from Soft Machine on drums, Albert Mangelsdorf trombone, Alan Skidmore on soprano tenor sax, John Taylor on electric piano. So if you're into that sort of Cosmo groovy, jazz rock thing. This is great. And one other thing about MPS, fantastic recordings, and this series that they're doing are cut from the original master tapes. They actually show you on the inside. They actually show you a photograph of the original master tapes.
Wow.
So it's for real. At one point, Universal was reissuing the albums, but I think the rights reverted back to the family. And little by little, they've been putting out stuff. Some of it not so interesting. Some of it like this, really, really interesting. And this, I don't know if the CD is still in print, but if it is, and if you're CD oriented, seek it out. If you like vinyl, you can't pass this up. This is a great, great record. Next thing, what's on the hit parade? We got, this just showed up also literally minutes ago, from Canada, vinyl reissues, 2 albums by the great Morse Code, Procreation, which, well, originally they were called Morse Code Transmission, and they were more of a psychedelic band. They made 2 albums under that name. Then they became Morse Code, and they became full-on prog. Do you know this one?
Heard of it, never heard it, actually. Yeah.
I mean, you got to own this. I mean, I actually just got the CD back in stock, and it's like Genesis crossed with Gentle Giant.
Wow.
And they had a number of albums. So there's this one, Procreation, which is a concept album. I think their best one. And Les Marches des Hommes is another great one. That was real, like, very Gentle Giant-ish. That came back on CD and vinyl. Je suis le temps, a little later, they're getting a little slightly more commercial. The songs are a little shorter, a little more radio friendly, but still proggy, pretty good. Next we got,
I have to check into that.
Yeah, everybody's got their favorite, right? I mean, Manège were one of maybe the best Canadian prog band, or top 2, 3, right? Morse Code, if you're into like the symphonic style, that was it. I mean, Morse Code was it. They were fantastic. This getting a reissue on CD and first time on vinyl. Siege is Even, The Art of Navigating by the Stars.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So this is, at this point, they were kind of crossing over from prog metal, getting a little more prog rock. This was, if I remember correctly, this was originally on Inside Out.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Yeah, and now it's on Golden Core, and getting that first vinyl reissue. That's it for like new releases. But I got some other interesting stuff. So there's this one. So for a long time, people have been visiting our website. We've been selling all these fantastic albums for $5, and classic stuff all over the map. From Jeff Beck, Miles Davis, Santana, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hart, you name it. We've always had them. All of those are not only going away, they're going up in price. If they're coming back a little higher. We're going to be on our website starting next week. They're going from $5 to $8. But here's the twist. There's this whole series out in Europe that we've been selling for years, and I love, and our customers love them. It's called the Original Album Classics. And what they do is, what Sony's been doing is they're taking like either 3 or 5 albums by a band and putting them together in a small set. It's usually the current mastering, often bonus tracks. They stick the albums in these little CD wallets. It's not fancy, but for $25 for 5 albums,
it's a great way to get started on a catalog. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of those.
Yeah, right. And not, if you want to like check out a band, this is a great way to check it out. And so I'm not going to start holding up everything we have, because we have like somewhere between 30 and 40 titles. But just to give you an idea, this is one of, I think, 2 or 3 Jeff Becks. I mean, it's got Blow by Blow and Wired on it, and Jeff Beck live with the On Hammer Group. I mean, how do you, it's great. We've got here Blue Oyster Cult, Stanley Clarke, Miles Davis. I mean, this Miles Davis is ridiculous. It's got tribute to Jack Johnson on the corner, the 2-disc Big Fun and Water Babies. I mean, if you never heard like Electric Miles and you're into like jazz rock, You can't get better than this.
Yeah.
And it's $25 and you're getting 5 amazing albums. Here, Al Di Meola, good old Al. You got, Land of the Midnight Sun, Elegant Gypsy, Casino, Splendido Hotel, and then Electric Rendezvous.
And it's really probably all you need for most people, right?
For Al Di Meola, this is what you want, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, this is the peaks. You're getting 5 albums, $25. I just show a few others. I got Electric Light Orchestra, Journey. There's like 3 different Journey ones. Just grab that one off the shelf. Judas Priest. I mean, here you got Sin After Sin, British Steel, Turbo, Painkiller, Age of Retribution, Mahavishnu Orchestra. You got the 5 key albums, $25. You can't beat that, no. Right? And, I mean, it's stupid because like if your car still has a CD player, you keep something like that. You got 5 albums there, right? Alan Parsons Project. This is one of like 3 or 4 Santana. This has got Caravanserai, Love, Devotion, Surrender, Welcome, Borboleta, and Amigos. One of 2 different Joe Satriani's that are out there is Soft Machine. You got 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7. Anyway, that's just we've got a ton of them in, and we have even more coming in, and we've been selling them for years, and our customers love it. And I just started restocking them because the older ones, the $5 specials, they're kind of yeah, there you go. Yep. Shit. So yeah. Last thing. So I'll make these quick. So or as quick as Ken Golden can make anything. So one other thing that just showed up with the Morse code was a restock of Canadian prog. I have CDs. 1 of 2 boxes showed up, so I'm not going to bother holding up like the CDs. But we got in like the Manège, Morse code. They'll be live on the website. But I got in some vinyl as well, and I wanted to talk particularly about one. And it's a shame because this never came out on CD. It's by a Canadian guitarist, Sonny Greenwich. It's called Sun Song. And he's an electric guitarist, very influenced by Santana and John Coltrane. And man, this guy makes a racket. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's kind of considered like spiritual jazz, but it's really like spiritual jazz rock. And man, it's 17-minute track on here. He played with this Canadian pianist Don Thompson, who's on here. It's a shame that they never did a CD reissue of it, but brilliant album. It's always been very hard to get at, and yeah, this is a great one. And just some other ones just to hold up and make people aware that they're now available, that they're still available on vinyl. The 2 albums from Slosh.
Oh, those are good.
Those are great albums. Again, we'll have them on CD. We're restocking everything. Vossines, Morse Code. Here's the other one, La Marche des Hommes. I mean, look at this thing, man. These guys are as prog as it gets, man. It's killer shit. Offenbach, Offenbach were more. They were more, a little more straight ahead, but they got into like proggy psychedelic stuff. And then Sex were a hard rock Canadian trio. They did 2 albums. Another great jazz one by Lee Gagnon, and he was a great player. Again, sort of touches on like that whole sort of spiritual jazz sound. And then Maelstrom, which was a Canadian prog thing from 1976, which, if I remember correctly, this was unreleased up until some years ago, and quite good. That's what we got, and hopefully, one last thing. These just arrived. We're shipping these next week. Street Day is next Friday. Sherinian Phillips live.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Really nice glare here. Turn it up the side.
That should be a killer album.
Yeah, and we have the vinyl as well. So, yeah, that's what I got this week.
Pretty good selection, though, considering it's light. Yeah.
You know what, Pete? It all showed up in the last 15 minutes, and I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. It literally did. So
they always say better late than never, right?
Yeah, So that's what it is.
Cool.
Hopefully-
All right. So
hopefully
of course,
next-
everybody knows lasercd.com is Ken's URL, Ken's website. So go check it out. I know I was a little late last week in putting it on there, but it will pin the full list of everything Ken showed. And if anything else Ken shows up, over the next couple hours or whatever, just send that to me as well. And I'll put that all in the comments. So everybody has a little bit of reference there. And happy shopping, everyone.
Yep. Thank you again.
And shoot me a note when the Morse codes are up on the website too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Sounds good. So
You
thanks
got
for watching, everybody. This episode of the Professor's Picks. Lots of good stuff coming out today here on Friday, and of course we'll see you all next weekend. Let's see what's coming up this weekend. We're really, I think the only thing of note that'll be happening this weekend is the Ranking the Album show on Sunday, which will be Jamie Laszlo and myself ranking the catalog of Monster Magnet, the great psychedelic stoner rock and metal band from New Jersey. That's coming up on Sunday morning, and we'll see you then. I might have another couple things for you. We'll see how the weekend goes. It's kind of busy of late, but I know I need to do another live album show, so hopefully I can squeeze that out this weekend. So we'll see. But till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Remember, lasercd.com is Ken's website. And till next week, we'll see you back here with the professor once again. For Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks again.